So I guess we're not watching the Super Bowl this year because why would they choose Bad Bunny to be performing in Spanish? Who is we? Who is we? Baby, because me? I Because, baby, who is we? I will be lit on February 8th. Best to believe.
English is the only language in this country. Okay? Forget the other languages. English is the only one. And the fact that the NFL would put Bad Bunny as their halftime show performer is disgusting. You guys look forward to this game all year. And they've pretty much ruined it because you guys don't understand Spanish. You're going to be like, what? It's going to be an awful experience. And I feel like you guys should boycott them. And I completely, like, it's valid. You guys shouldn't even go if you have tickets. And if you do have tickets, consider donating them to people like myself who wouldn't mind carrying that burden of watching somebody like that. You know what I mean? I will take that from you. And I'm sure a lot of people will be in the comments as well. Like, you shouldn't sit through that. Give the tickets to us. We would gladly watch, what's his name? Bad Bunny. We would gladly take that pain from you. Boycott the NFL. Give your tickets away. Thank you.
So this guy, Bad Bunny, is headlining the Super Bowl halftime show. And listen, I've never even heard of the guy before. I haven't listened to a single song, nothing. And now I'm sitting here like I'm completely out of the loop. I've been living under a rock. Because from what I'm reading, his fans are pumped about this. They're saying this is historic because he's the first solo Latin male to do it. I mean, big names like Jay-Z and Bruno Mars are coming out and giving this guy props. And his streaming numbers are massive from what I can see. So clearly the dude's popular. But the flip side to all this is a lot of people aren't very happy over it. Some are saying it's way too political, pointing to his criticism of U.S. immigration policies and the fact that he canceled his U.S. tour. And others think he just doesn't fit the football vibe for the Super Bowl. So I'm over here wondering, well, what do you all think? Is this a win for culture and diversity, or is the NFL totally missing the mark on this? Again, I'm a hockey fan, and I don't follow Bad Bunny or Bad Baby, whatever his name is, because honestly, I can't tell if I should be excited or confused by this whole thing. I'm looking forward to your feedback, and I'm going to listen to a few of this guy's songs because, again, he's a pretty popular guy. Appreciate you.
Bad Bunny was just announced as the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show performer. And before y'all get y'all panties in a bunch, let me just say this. Jay-Z knows what he's doing. Jay-Z knows exactly what he's doing. There is no bigger fuck you right now than having Bad Bunny perform at the NFL. We all know the NFL is a big-ass boys club. The good old boys club, if you will. And Latinos, Latinx folks, however you want to categorize them, are under attack right now with, them frozen people. There's no bigger fuck you than having Bad Bunny perform at the halftime show when he won't even perform in the United States because of ICE. I'm not mad at it. Benito, you have a ball. I'm going to be there watching. And I know it was funny, all the so-and-so declined to perform at the halftime show, this and that, the third, but y'all need to read between the lines. It ain't rocket science. I'm not mad at this.
Bad Bunny is taking over America's biggest stage, confirmed as the 2026 Super Bowl halftime headliner, bringing Latin culture front and center for the world to enjoy together. Here's what we know. No fluff, just facts. His performance goes down at Levi Stadium in Santa Clara, California, with Apple Music presenting the show. And this isn't just another gig. On X, Bad Bunny said he may just do one show in the United States in 2026. That means one night, one event, and one shot for fans to see him live on American soil, unless a U.S. tour gets added later. Now, Bad Bunny also makes history as the first solo Latino performer to headline the Super Bowl halftime show, a milestone proving how far Latin music has risen. Before this announcement, his Debutar Más Fotos World Tour sold over 2.6 million tickets worldwide, and his Puerto Rico residency alone generated $713 million in economic impact, boosting tourism, hotels, and local businesses across the island. And to show just how massive the Super Bowl stage is, last year's Super Bowl averaged 127 million U.S. viewers, with the halftime show itself drawing a record 133.5 million. And compare that to the Oscars at 19.7 million and the Grammys at 15.4 million. The Super Bowl halftime show isn't just another performance. It's the most watched live music stage on the planet. So the question is, when the lights go out in Santa Clara, could Bad Bunny break records and create the most viewed Super Bowl halftime show of all time?
Bad Bunny, really? The NFL never ceases to amaze me, and what a fucking slap in the face to Americans. A man who is anti-American, anti-Trump, and anti-ICE to headline their Super Bowl show. This isn't a bold, inclusive moment. This is a political grenade hand-tossed into the living room of every single American family who decides to watch it. So let's clear up a few things. This is his only U.S. performance. Banned all other tour stops in the United States because he feared ICE, but he was born in Puerto Rico. He only sings in Spanish. He doesn't perform any English songs, which last I checked, the first language here is English. And yet the NFL thinks that he is a safe bet. No, that's poking a hornet's nest. The NFL is no longer about football. It is about scoreboard politics, a little bit of culture signaling, scratching the back of ultra elites, and, well, a little Gen Z cred. They turned the Super Bowl from America's biggest stage into America's biggest political spectacle. The NFL is inviting division and outrage. This is not just cultural overreach anymore. It is existential recklessness. They have talked the rainbow flag to death more than they've talked about the gridiron. Let them see this as what it is, a farce disguised as progress. The NFL can claim this is bold, but it is a disaster in the making. They have mortgaged fan loyalty for headlines, and honestly, that's how you lose your kingdom, chasing noise over legacy.
What's the statement? Everybody has a price? No, baby. Everybody has a purpose. And the real ones know the difference. Last year, Kendrick Lamar used the stage to speak directly to Black people and our allies, intentionally, poetically, and powerfully. He didn't just perform, he prophesied. Now, Bad Bunny, who refused to tour in the U.S. because of the way ICE would pick up people at his concerts, is about to take over the biggest stage in America at the Super Bowl. That's not selling out. That's called strategy. That's called, I'm not going to work for you, but I will speak through your speakers. And for the folks saying Jay-Z is using Bad Bunny for fame, baby, Jay-Z is the blueprint. He's not using Bad Bunny, they're allies with shared power. Both of them have used their platforms to call out oppression, uplift their communities, and move with purpose. This is not just a performance. Some of y'all are so bitter, you can't even see when the stars are shining in the dark.
There's something beautifully poetic about Bad Bunny being selected to be the halftime show performer for the upcoming Super Bowl. In this era, in this day and age, a Spanish-speaking artist performing at halftime of the Super Bowl with this president and this political climate is incredible. I love everything that it represents. And before people get on and they're like, no one's going to want to watch this, and it's just a DEI show. Bad Bunny is literally the biggest artist in the world. The world, Craig, not the United States of America, because that's the other thing, is that the Super Bowl is actually one of the biggest events that happens in the world. And the fact that it's Bad Bunny, it couldn't have been anybody else, in my opinion. It's not just that there are some racists who are going to be upset today. It is the poetry of the juxtaposition between the Trump administration, their active anti-immigrant rhetoric, the fact that they pushed the Supreme Court to allow ICE, their private Gestapo police, to be able to racially profile people based solely on speaking Spanish, as they violate the rights of citizens and non-citizens alike. The juxtaposition of that and what will be on display for the entire world about what represents us artistically and culturally is a Spanish-speaking artist who is the biggest artist in the world. Good job, Rock Nation. A lot of folks have a lot of things to say about Rock Nation for whatever reason, but I will say this. The choices between Bad Bunny this year and Kendrick last year as a way to not only speak to the biggest artists and the biggest moments in the world, but also allow them to create something that speaks against what is happening in this country, chef's kiss. 10 out of 10, absolutely recommend. So congratulations, Bad Bunny. I got some music to catch up on. And thanks for coming to my TED Talk.
So Bad Bunny is the headliner at the Super Bowl this year. I imagine MAGA is boycotting it because remember before the election, when Trump's Klan meeting, they came out and said that Puerto Rico was a floating pile of garbage, and that pissed Bad Bunny off because he's Puerto Rican. And most MAGA think that Puerto Ricans are immigrants, even though they're part of the U.S. They're a territory of the U.S. So I assume MAGA's going to be boycotting, especially because recently Bad Bunny has refused to tour in the United States, and that's gotten a lot of people into a tizzy. Some people are saying, well, why is he coming back now? Why would he do the Super Bowl when he's been boycotting the U.S. because of ICE? Well, Bad Bunny has been boycotting the U.S. and doing concerts here because he fears that the people that would be attending his concerts would be unfairly targeted by ICE agents. And by doing the Super Bowl, it's going to do two things. One, it's not going to be targeted by ICE because of the demographic there. And two, it's going to give him a chance to do probably, if not the majority of his songs in Spanish. And that is going to, just like Kendrick Lamar's halftime Super Bowl show, send a strong message to the rest of the country and everybody around the world watching in this polarizing time when people who are speaking Spanish are being targeted just because of that, where we are allowing racial profiling in this country just because of the way you look. The Supreme Court has decided that's okay. So Bad Bunny coming to the United States, doing the biggest event of the year in Spanish, is going to send a strong and clear message, just like Kendrick Lamar did last year. So I have to imagine the boycott Bad Bunny is already trending on Maga Talk, but I'd love to see what everybody else thinks about it.
Some devastating news today for Maga and for Trump. It seems that Bad Bunny, the amazing artist from Puerto Rico, will be headlining this year's halftime show at the Super Bowl. Bad Bunny, who is outspoken against ICE, who is pro-LGBTQ, who is pro-human rights, everything that MAGA and Trump hate. I could already imagine that Trump has probably called Roger Goodell, the commissioner of the NFL, and threatened him that he'll be fired, that he needs to step down because how dare he have Bad Bunny performing. Bad Bunny, who has spoken out against Trump a lot, especially after Hurricane Maria. Remember when Trump was throwing out paper towels? Such a lowlife. Bad Bunny, way to go, my friend.
If you're not the NFL, keep on scrolling. You know, I've put up with a lot from the NFL. I put up with the whole kneeling. You lost me there for a little bit. You lost me on BLM thing with everyone knelt for, Floyd in the back of the infield, all that stuff, with not honoring Charlie Kirk. Can we not just get some good halftime show? Can we not just get a country halftime show? Bad Bunny?
Pero what do you have against Bad Bunny? In case you haven't heard, he is the world. Not just here in the U.S. Not just here in little U.S. He is the most popular artist in the entire world. Like Earth. Yeah, he is. Country singer? You want a country singer? The NFL read the room. Considering that Bad Bunny is a dominant, he dominates in the music industry worldwide. Over 1 billion streams on Spotify. He has sold the equivalent of 100 million albums, a record only held by Julio Iglesias. Un Verano Sin Ti, that was his album in 2022, was the most streamed album in the entire world. And I know you're struggling with the fact that you don't speak Spanish, so how dare the NFL brings an all Spanish-speaking performer. But did you know that over 51% of his listeners don't even speak Spanish? No. There's a word for this. There's a word for diversity. That's what it is. It's diversity. You need to look that up because we should all embrace it.
Bad Bunny is from Puerto Rico. Puerto Rico is a territory of the United States. Bad Bunny is an American citizen. Now that we have that information straight, explain to me why you're so incensed that Bad Bunny is playing the Super Bowl halftime show. Oh, and do it without sounding like an ignorant racist prick. That's the challenge. That said, I do think that this choice was a political one by the NFL. I mean, he sings exclusively in Spanish. He said that he stopped touring in the continental U.S. for the foreseeable future because it's not safe for his brown fans. Frankly, offering him the Super Bowl halftime show is the only way we're going to get to see him play in these 50 nifty United States anytime soon. Anywho, yeah, he's an American citizen. He was born that way. Same with his parents and probably their parents. The amount of sheer ignorance I've seen on this app when discussing Bad Bunny's selection is actually astounding. Like DJ JT said, smart people don't like him, and these people couldn't even point out Puerto Rico on a map. Okay, adios.
So the Black People's Handler, Jay-Z, has finally made his eminent choice for performer for the 2026 Super Bowl 60 halftime performance, and it's Bad Bunny. And cue the Maga rants. Cue the Maga Twitter rant. Because y'all already know that they were coming. You know that the angry MAGA Twitter rants were coming, and indeed they're here. They're here. And before we get into that, though, let's just do a little backtracking real quick, right? Jay-Z chose Bad Bunny. Jay-Z chose Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny who endorsed Kamala Harris. Bad Bunny who has spoken out multiple times in regards to the Trump administration and how much he just really, quite frankly, does not like that man. Okay. In fact, made sure to let everybody know that he will never forget what Trump did, what Trump's administration did during their first presidential run. You understand, with Puerto Rico as far as Hurricane Maria for 2017. Okay. Bad Bunny as a sign of protest. This is the same Bad Bunny as a sign of protest. This man purposely for his most recent tour did not extend any dates here in the United States. Right? One, because he does not mess with this administration, but also to protect his fans. Bad Bunny, whose most recent album shed light on the gentrification that is taking place in Puerto Rico by white Americans over here. He does not mess with any of you guys, and MAGA knows that. MAGA knows that. So now MAGA is shaking in their fucking boots. So much so that they have now started sending this man death threats. You heard correctly. The FBI now has to up the protection for Bad Bunny when he performs next year for the halftime Super Bowl performance because of the death threats that he's receiving from these far-right extremists, from these MAGA people. Now, let's read a tweet from one of these very, very, very angry MAGAs. Are the NFL owners in on this idiocy? Or are they just culturally that disconnected from reality and how Roger uses the NFL to push left-wing social issues? DEI critic Robbie Starbucks, right, wrote on X, is it that hard to pick a unifying act who doesn't want to peddle woke propaganda? Does this guy really scream American football to anyone? Be real with me. No one thinks he does. This isn't about music. It's about putting a guy on stage who hates Trump and hates MAGA. Well, you got two things right, Robbie. He does hate Trump and he does hate MAGA. And guess what? A lot of us do. The problem is, though, MAGA guilt works overtime at the mere thought of having to face any accountability. And being that Bad Bunny was never silent on how he feels on your side of this administration, you guys are all scared about what the fuck he's gonna do when he gets on America's great big stage. That's what the problem is. Even in that little rant, he said Roger uses the NFL to push left-wing social issues. That just lets us know that they still not over the Kendrick performance. They still not over that shit. Even though we know that the personal beef, like the personal petty beef, was with Drake. Overall, Kendrick's message was basically aimed at white supremacy here in America. And they didn't like that. For almost a quarter of this year, we kept saying, they not like us. They not like us. They not like us. They didn't like that. They didn't like that. Why? Because it makes them have to be aware of the guilt that they so desperately try to repress. You understand? They don't ever try to face this because it also means having to face accountability, having to take accountability, which we know that these people are allergic to. And when they can't get their way, what the fuck do? They resort to fucking violence. And now Bad Bunny is getting death threats. He's getting death threats. There's literally MAGA people online. And the reason why the FBI is now involved in having to protect this man is because MAGA users were seen online making posts saying that they want to unalive this man, that they want to unalive him, that when he arrives here in America, that they want to unalive him. And they always say that it's the left, it's us black people, it's us colored people who are the brutes. It's us who are the animals. It's us that's always trying to resort to violence. It's you, motherfuckers. It's you. It's you. As soon as you found out who was going to be the performer, what did you do? Immediately started getting on the internet, ranting, upset, instantly upset at the fact or the thought of you having to take any type of accountability because you don't know what this man is going to do. You don't know what he's going to do. And he's been talking about you guys and your kind coming to his country and fucking it up. So you guys are scared, right? And so what do you do? What do you do if people don't say what you want them to say? You try to silence them, and you do it through the means of your people, through your ancestors. Violence. That's how you do it. Violence. And now you guys are sending him death threats. But they want to say that all of the violence is occurring off of the left side. How? How? Y'all wanted me to feel bad when that man got popped in the fucking neck. You wanted me to feel bad. I didn't celebrate it, but I damn sure didn't feel bad. You wanted me to feel bad. Why would I feel bad when this is how your kind reacts? This is how your kind silences people up. That's what y'all do. That's what y'all do. And now y'all coming after this man. Now you coming after this man. Why? Because he forces you to have to look at the truth that you try to keep buried. And you know that. You know that. It made you guys' blood boil. It made you guys' blood boil to hear that he refused to have any tour dates here in America. That he's been outwardly speaking out, especially with his platform. He is one of the best, the biggest artists of the 21st century right now. Are we 21st or 22nd? I'll double check. But he has a lot of influence. Y'all don't like that. He's been talking about how Americans are coming in and taking over shit. Y'all don't like that. And now on America's greatest stage, y'all have no choice but to watch him as he makes it, possibly, he has a choice, a complete fool out of you, a complete fool out of you. And to be honest, I hope that all other non-Americans who perform, that are in Hollywood, they're seeing exactly how Americans, white Americans, far right, extremist, white supremacist Americans treat people who do not align or agree with their mindset. If you don't agree, they result to violence. And let this be a warning for all of you other artists. Don't come to America. Don't come to America, because this is how those white supremacist Americans treat people. They treat people like you. They don't want you to have freedom of speech. They want you to say what the fuck they want you to say. Okay? Let this be an example. I hope every performer sees this every single time. If you know that you are somebody who is for human rights, understand that the white supremacists in this country are going to attack you. They're going to attack you. I just wanted it to be known. I just wanted it to be known to everybody out there who probably doesn't know that the choice in performer for America's 60th Super Bowl halftime performance, Bad Bunny, is receiving death threats from American citizens, from white American citizens, because they don't like the fact that he's the left and he's woke. And that just lets me know how fucking desperate you are, all of you, in holding on to the delusion that allows for this reality that all the bullshit that you say makes sense, right? And to exist, or for you to at least play the part like it exists. Because anytime somebody comes and they threaten, you understand? The choice or the thought of possibly popping that little fucking bubble that you live in, y'all go crazy. Y'all go feral. Y'all go absolutely insane.
All right, America, buckle up for this one. So we got Bad Bunny, the Puerto Rican pop star, headlining the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show. Yep, you heard that right. The same guy who's avoiding the U.S. on his world tour because he's scared of the ICE raids. He's now America's halftime hero. Let's break this down. This is the Super Bowl, folks. The biggest stage in American sports, where we're supposed to celebrate our culture, our values, our history. But no, we're getting a guy who's more concerned about his fan base's immigration status than standing up for American principles. You're telling me this is the best we can do? While our veterans are struggling, our borders are wide open, and our kids can't even say the Pledge of Allegiance without getting canceled? We're handing the mic to this dude who's dodging the U.S. like it's a damn plague? This isn't just ridiculous. It's a slap in the face to every red-blooded American who loves this country. You want diversity? How about a country singer who actually sings about freedom? Or a rock band that doesn't apologize for being American? But no, we're getting Bad Bunny, who's more focused on his people and culture than the 300 million Americans watching.
Keep pushing this woke agenda and watch America tune out faster than a Democrat at a Trump rally. We deserve better than this circus. Drop your thoughts. Should the Super Bowl halftime be about America or just another globalist virtue signal? Let's hear it.
Are we actually mad that Bad Bunny is performing at the Super Bowl? Are we like deadass upset about it? Why? Y'all know he's from Puerto Rico, right? Which is an American territory. It's part of America. It's part of the U.S. Right? Also, when each and every one of you is in the club and they play a Bad Bunny song, I've done it countless of times. I look around the room, look around the club, and a lot of people drunk as hell. So you guys like Bad Bunny. But now that he's performing at the Super Bowl, it's like, whatever. Me personally, I like Bad Bunny. I like his music. I fuck with him. But I'm a little different, right? I've been listening to reggaeton since I was in 7th grade. It ain't nothing new to me. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing. I find it peculiar that we care a whole lot about who's performing at, like, I get it, right? We want to be cautious of who's performing at the Super Bowl. Like, we don't want just some random. But guys, it's Bad Bunny. Whatever city he's going to, the show is sold out. Sorry, I just ate. But come on now, y'all gotta understand who we are working with. They not finna just get no random reggaeton artist or random jazz player to go play at the Super Bowl. It's gotta be the top of the top. And Bad Bunny is the top of the top. The dude, you know what I'm saying? Like, what are we talking about now? And then everybody's like, oh, he has all these political stances. I mean, they all do. Like, all artists do. Like, bro, what? Like, why does that matter? It's a Super Bowl performance. He's going to get out there and sing banger after banger after banger, and then we're going to go back to most likely the fucking Chiefs. You know what I'm saying? Like, actually, probably Buffalo Bill. Let me not do this. We're not doing our conspiracies, or we're not doing picks right now, because nobody knows. This NFL season is wild. Dare I say? The Atlanta Falcons. I was just playing. I'm not delusional, right? We fucking suck. So, but it's really just going to be Bad Bunny dropping bangers and then getting up off the stage, and we're finna go right back to it. Like The Weeknd performed at a Super Bowl one time, and we weren't like, what? Like, I think it's gonna be lit. Y'all need to just let Buddy cook. Y'all need to let him cook. That's all I got. Just let him cook. It's gonna be straight. I'm telling y'all, it's gonna be straight. It's gonna be lit.
I'm telling y'all right now, y'all don't care this hard about 15 minutes. The Super Bowl performance at halftime is only 15 minutes. And the only reason I'm saying that is because the amount of discourse that I'm seeing out here that everyone's talking about, like, oh, he shouldn't be playing. You guys are acting like you have to watch the concert. I'm confused because this is something that you can change the channel, turn the volume down, turn on music that you actually like during the Super Bowl halftime. It's a weird thing to be this angry about just because someone speaks Spanish. In the fact that a lot of you guys don't understand that Puerto Ricans are American. I just learned that today. My wife was Puerto Rican, so obviously I clearly understand that, but like, I didn't think that y'all didn't understand that Puerto Ricans were American. So an American will be performing. He just doesn't speak the language that you guys are used to, but this is supposed to be the land of the free. But anyways, all I'm saying is I don't think a lot of you guys care that 15 minutes of your time will be garnered towards somebody you don't have to watch and you're not paying money to see. Unless you're actually going, even then, you still don't control what the event is. You have the choice of not buying the tickets if it matters that much to you. I'm confused on the discourse. I just am. I'm really confused. I love me some Bad Bunny, so I'm excited about it. I like all music, but I'm one of those people who likes all music. So I'm excited about this one. Confusing. I'm confused. Much confused.
One thing the NFL does not deserve is Bad Bunny. But do I love to see it for mi gente de Puerto Rico? Absolutely. And will I think that he's going to do an amazing job with the opportunity and continue to champion for Boricuas and Latinos everywhere? Yeah, I understand why they chose him because, I mean, he's literally the biggest artist in the world and he's incredible. But like, y'all thought Kendrick? All right. Palm-colored people thought that Kendrick was too outspoken and, you know. And I know it has nothing to do with appreciating his art. I know it's about money. They saw the numbers that he did in the residency in Puerto Rico, and they saw the streaming numbers. This is all about eyeballs. It has absolutely nothing to do with who he is as a person. That's why I know if anybody can take advantage of this opportunity and do good with it, it's Benito. On the off chance that you're not familiar with his work and you've made it this far into the video, there's a lot of great articles and videos about the significance of every single choice that was made of the residency in Puerto Rico. Everything he does is intentional, and everything he does goes back to benefit the island that he loves so much, which is our home, Puerto Rico. So even though they don't deserve him, I can't wait to see what he does with the opportunity. I know he's gonna make us proud.
I want to make this video before I call it a night, okay? I am reminded a lot of times on this app that not everybody has the same sense of humor, okay? I'm very sarcastic, and this was a video that was sarcasm. It was a joke. I love Bad Bunny, and I would do anything to see Bad Bunny, okay? This was like towards Maga, like reverse psychology almost. Like if they have such a hard time with him performing, give the tickets away, you know? Brainwashing them, kind of. So just please, everybody stop being mean to me. Thank you. I also did want to add to this video, okay, for everyone saying that I need to learn Spanish. Spanish was actually my first language. I had to learn English in order to go to school. So I spoke Spanish first and then learned how to speak English. So I am very much bilingual, okay? This was a joke, everyone. Unless somebody really wants to give me tickets. That part's not a joke. That was very much, I will take them off your hands. Okay, thank you, bye-bye.
If you told me that Bad Bunny would be the headliner for the halftime Super Bowl show, I would have said you were lying because my money was on Taylor Swift, but I am dead wrong. In case you missed it, he posted a video on his feed. It's a really quick video where he's sitting on none other than the crossbar of the goalpost. And the reason why this is a big deal, at least in my opinion, is because when he went on tour, he announced that he was not going to be performing in the United States because he didn't want his fans to be harassed by ICE. So for him to be performing at the halftime show in this climate, in this environment, it's a very big deal. And I mean, he is one of the biggest global artists. He has broken so many records. I think he won Artist of the Year for Spotify multiple years in a row. I don't remember how many, but regardless, I think a lot of people are going to be excited for this one. I just looked it up. He was the most streamed Artist of the Year for Spotify in 2020, 2021, and 2022. A huge congratulations for Bad Bunny. Like I said, this is a big deal and I can't wait to watch him perform.
I'm going to have to watch the Super Bowl, which I never did, because I think Benito Antonio Martinez Ocasio is perfection. Yes. And I love what he is doing. Also, let's think about it, because, you know, these MAGA people always think that everything is about them. The NFL is investing a lot in trying to increase fandom all over the world, because it's, you know, it's something that is American football. They've been playing games in Brazil. They've been playing games in London. They've been trying to. Bad Bunny is an international superstar. He may not be coming here, but he is going all over Europe, all over Latin America. He, he is the most streamed artist globally, was so for 3 consecutive years. And you know what? He is good at his craft. He is a great artist. That concert in Puerto Rico, you know, those concerts, that residency he did, people who went came back like if they had, they came back awakened. Yeah. They did. They came back like they'd gone to church.
Well, folks, the MAGA influencers have found their new thing to be angry about, and no, it's not their cult leader doing something stupid, it's something entirely pointless. If you haven't seen it yet, Bad Bunny has been announced as the 2026 Super Bowl halftime show, and this has already sent MAGA into a spiral. For example, Benny Johnson said, "This is Bad Bunny. He was announced as the halftime show. He's a massive Trump hater, anti-ICE activist, knows songs in English." Sounds pretty great. He even canceled his entire US tour for the reason effing ICE could be outside my concert, and it's something we were talking about and are very concerned about. The NFL is self-destructing year after year. My point stands. He sounds fantastic. And of course, he's not a boring white guy like Kid Rock, so Republicans just don't like him. It's also been very funny to watch the different MAGA accounts post photos of Bad Bunny like this, implying that he's not a real man or that he's feminine or whatever. And the same dudes making these arguments are the same guys sitting in their basement right now with Cheeto dust all over their keyboard. They're also the same people who would kill for the opportunity to date people that Bad Bunny has dated in the past. I mean, Kendall Jenner, for example. So in case you're interested in what the MAGA guys are focused on today, it's probably this.
Good morning.
You seem like you're in a good mood. Good morning.
This is a message for the NFL. If you're not the NFL, keep on scrolling.
Oh no.
So, I've put up with a lot from the NFL. I put up with the whole kneeling. You lost me there for a little bit. You lost me on the whole BLM thing with everyone knelt for, Floyd in the back of the infield.
I mean, that's a really weird thing to get upset over. But maybe you're the type of person that just wants to watch sports, right? You don't think someone's tragic death should be highlighted at a sporting event, right?
You lost me. 5 teams have lost me. I haven't watched one Detroit Lions game all year with not honoring Charlie Kirk.
But you just said they lost you with the other... What? Oh, what's the real problem here, Susan?
Can we not just get some good halftime show?
Oh, maybe you haven't heard. They did. Bad Bunny is performing. He has over 100 billion streams on Spotify. He sold over 2.6 million tickets for his 2025 world tour, including 400,000 tickets for his 30-show residency in Puerto Rico. Do you have anyone else better in mind?
I mean, Kenny Chesney sells out Gillette Stadium.
Not Kenny Chesney. Oh, God. Thank God you're not in charge of booking the shows for the Super Bowl, Kenny Chesney.
Do we have to go so political to where we can't even get a good halftime show?
So let me get this straight. The NFL having Bad Bunny is a political decision, but having a country music artist wouldn't be? Lady, just say what you want to say already. Why couldn't it be a white performer? That's essentially what we all hear right now. Let's be for real. So who gives a shit? Don't watch. But I know you will. Even if you're sitting here like this. You're gonna need something to bitch and complain about the next day. Or you could just sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Be exposed to something that you've never been exposed to. Because I guarantee you, once you hear this sound... you'll feel something inside of you that you haven't felt before. Happiness. Anyways, bye.
If you are somebody that's complaining about Bad Bunny performing at the Super Bowl halftime show, then you must hate the baddies. Bad Bunny makes music for the baddies. I love the baddies, which means that you must hate the baddies. What are we doing? Oh, they're gonna love this shit.
A halftime show in the language of the deported. Imagínate eso. Imagine that you don't have to. That's exactly what's going to happen on February 8th. You're getting 15 minutes of Puerto Rican power blasted through 130 million TV screens across the U.S. Eso es lo que va a pasar. And what does he talk about in his songs? They're in Spanish. His name is Bad Bunny, which is in English, but he sings in Spanish. Yes, that's what happens when you come from a colonized country. We call them colonizers because we still live in a colony, okay? Oh, no, explicote de eso. It doesn't make any sense. It says that he was a trapper. Why all of a sudden now? Why is he wearing that hat in the commercial? What's going on with the vestimenta? Everything has meaning. Everything this dude has been doing for the past year has a subliminal meaning. You have to be smart in order to get it. You have to do research. It isn't as simple of, oh, I broke up with my boyfriend. Now I'm going to do this and all the memoirs of a bullshit. We don't need to hear that. Why not Taylor Swift? That's fucking why. There is no meaning behind the fucking music other than a girl with a broken heart. Grow the fuck up. Kendrick Lamar, a lot of meaning. We're putting meaning in the front stage of America. Yeah, we have to show up for ourselves. La gente me está preguntando, why Bad Bunny? Are you excited? I'm like, yes, I'm fucking excited for you to learn. That's the excitement. I'm excited for you to learn about my country. Oh, but isn't your country a part of this country? Yes, kind of forcefully, okay? No, we had no fucking option. Ahora, the conversation starts. Be ready, Puerto Ricans, Boricua, estén listos para hablar bien. So that you can explain. People are going to ask you, aren't you Puerto Rican? Yeah, it's more than just a flag. It's more than just, oh, que viva Puerto Rico. It's more than that. Explain it. Explain why he is at where he's at. Why you cry when you listen to Lo que pasó en Hawaii. Explain it. That's the reason he took the job. I guarantee you it's a conversation. The motherfucker don't need the money and there is no money. Understand that there is no fucking money. It's just a promotion for him. It's a promotion for the island. Okay? be proud, but make us proud by what you're saying. Don't be a fucking dumbass. By the way, I can't help thinking about the stage. If he sets it up like he set up the Choliseo con las montañas acá y la casita en otro lado, it's gonna be fucking insane. And I'm wondering the crowd. Because yes, right now I am selling all my first edition Pokemon cards de 1999. I got them all in 1999. I got first edition Pikachu, first edition Mewtwo, all just so that I could be at the stadium. Just so that I could buy one Super Bowl ticket. I don't know how my wife is gonna get there, but I wanna be there. Quieren quitarme el río. I'm gonna look at the white guy that's next to me. Canta, cabrón. You wanna take my river and also my beaches. Yes, you should know what the fuck the song is about. I will translate for everyone there. That's why I wanna be there.
The NFL booking Bad Bunny for the Super Bowl halftime show feels like a giant middle finger to Trump. He's Puerto Rican, sings mostly in Spanish, refuses to tour the U.S. over ice fears for his fans, and they just gave him the spotlight on the show watched by over 133 million people, making it one of the most viewed broadcasts on the planet.
Hey everyone, you see that? You see those reactions? Those reactions were what I have been expecting. I'm like, okay, I'm going to bring those MAGA reactions to you people. Y'all, Bad Bunny is coming for NFL and it's been a whole lot of why Bad Bunny that doesn't like ICE, Bad Bunny that has that. In fact, some people were even saying that he's going to be arrested by ICE on that day. Okay, you can watch and see what will happen. Some people even said it's all fake, that there's nothing like that. Nigga, it's not fake. This is not fake. Bad Bunny is coming and he's performing live, right? I know right now MAGA is everywhere. These videos are just like, they are like this out of the millions of videos that they've done. MAGAs are very angry right now. They are furious. A lot of them are saying people should boycott NFL. They should boycott it and all of that. Can you imagine? All because of this. Oh my God. But I'm so happy. He's Puerto Rican actually. And again, he's also American. So what's there? What's there? These people are racist as. Let me see. What do you think? What is your own? What do you feel? Do you want him to perform? Are you part of the people that don't want him to be there? But this is a whole lot coming from, this particular administration and all of that. And they want him. That's a lot. And I'm so happy for him. Congratulations to Bad Bunny. I'm so happy for him. He deserves it. This guy has been clearing, he's been winning steadily. So we can't wait to see this anyways. Or do you want me to come? If you want me to come, let me sit in the comment section. I might just be there. If not for anything, I just want to see this. I want to see this happen. Right? Let me see in the comment section what are your thoughts about this. Do not forget, it's always global. Just with BJ. Kindly like, share, subscribe to your friends and everyone. I'll see you on the next one. Bye guys.